Hello and welcome to 5-Minute Reworks, the Paladin series where I try to rework a character in under 5 minutes. Today's rework is Tiberius the Weapons Master. Why should he need a rework? To put it simply, the heavy blade in combat trance is too good, while the rest of his kit feels lacking. So the first and biggest change is to the combat trance. Instead of granting you bonus attack speed, the trance will now make Tiberius damage and CC immune for 3 seconds. His jump height will also be increased by 50% during this mode. The bonus move speed during this ability will be going up from 30 to 40%. You will not be able to use your primary fire or other abilities during combat trance. The reason for this change? Combat trance right now is an I win button. When activated, Tiberius gains access to insane burst damage and his spam potential skyrockets. Due to the power of this ability, most of Tiberius' kit feels watered down to make up for it. Changing the trance into an evade will allow Tiberius to engage or disengage from fights much easier while cutting down on his burst damage. To make up for the combat trance being revamped, the damage on the bladed chakrams will go up from 650 to 675. This ups Tiberius' DPS going from 928 to 964. Without the spamminess of combat trance, Tiberius players should be rewarded for hitting consistent shots. Next is a slight revamp to the numbers on the heavy blade. Wait, what's this? For my version, the initial slow value of 50% is unchanged. The slow duration on both hits is going down from 3 to 2 seconds. The initial damage is going down from 850 to 700, and when recalled, the sword will now deal exactly half of the initial damage in slow. So now when recalled, the sword will deal 350 additional damage, and slow for 25% for 2 seconds. Though not as obnoxious as the combat trance, the heavy blade is incredibly strong. It's essentially a superior version of Dredge's Harpoon, with the damage going through shields and being able to hit the ability twice for a potential of a 6-second 50% slow. My version of the blade tries to keep the initial hit strong with good damage and a strong slow, while powering down the recall hit. The reduction of damage and slow duration will aid a lot in the frustration factor when facing this ability. Crouching Tigron will have its windup reduced from 0.5 seconds to 0.4 seconds, and the ability will now have more control along the likes of Octavia and Buck. Even though Tiberius will have his new combat trance, I think improving the Crouching Tigron is also important. Right now you cannot adjust your course once you're in the air, which makes no sense since the ability already has a dangerous windup. I'm opting to keep the windup with the promise of the ability being easier to control. Last up, the Blade Dance. Casting the ultimate will now grant you a bonus 10% move speed throughout the duration. The primary slash will now act as a weapon attack, and can apply on-hit items like Cauterize. Tony's ult is super underwhelming right now. While his secondary attack can be devastating in small rooms, his primary attack feels weak. I think that's due to the fact that you can't apply Cauterize during your ult, which causes even the slightest bit of healing to completely negate its value. The on-hit effects will only apply to the primary slash and not the secondary slam. I also opted for a tiny boost to Tiberius' move speed during the ultimate. This is to aid in repositioning without expending an attack. These two changes should make the ultimate feel more impactful. That's going to wrap up this 5-minute rework. What do you guys think? Let me know down below. Don't forget to clap that like button and laser down that sub button. Snatching the bell is also a great way to stay in the loop. As always, I'm YellowNinja, and peace.